What's good? What's good? What's good? Yes, sir. Let's get it going, man. Let's get it crackling. What's going on, Junior the Truth? Subscribe to Junior the Truth. Please subscribe to Junior the Truth. Gregory Wyatt, what's going on? CB Sports, my man, what's good? What's good? What's good? Harold Jones, what's going on? Mike James, 616. The plant-based pugilist, what's going on, man? Hyphy, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, man, Hyphy, I hope you checked out that Patreon I uploaded yesterday, man. I put the most knowledgeable one, man, on there yesterday. We got Neely Fuller Jr. talking about that, man. That shit is worth listening to. I promise you. I was going to do it, but I was like, you know what, man? I'm just going to put this cat's words up there. I'm going to buy the book, okay? And I do think that one of the prizes that I'm going to give away to Patreon is I'm going to get a Neely Fuller Jr. Unified Compensatory Code Concept System for Thought, Speech, and Action for cats. I'm going to order them, ship it to your crib, man. Gregory Wyatt, what's good? Rob Sportsman Lee. Salute to you, Leon Robinson. Dark Truth. Hold on, man. What Dark Truth? Dark Truth saw it, right? Dark Truth. They say, we in here, man. That's what's up. Hey, Dark Truth, man. Hey, you were like, I didn't know how to take your message. Because you were like, this is the first Patreon that I shared, and it wasn't even you talking. I was like, damn, did I piss him off or something? Because you expect to hear my thoughts on it. I can give you my thoughts on it, but I just wanted cats to hear it. That particular clip is so clear that I wanted you to be able to hear it. I wanted it just straight out of the horse mouth, man. Like I said, I'm going to auction off some of the cat's books. Not auction off, but I'm gonna get a collection of his books of that code, and I'm gonna get it to cats. I just got to figure out how I'm gonna go about doing that for cat. What's going on? What's blazing in sports? Please subscribe to What's Blazing in Sports. What's good, my man? Building stronger men. What's going on, man? Blessings to you as well. Let me back up a little bit more. Rob Sportsman Lee, salute. Leon, Gregory Wyatt, as always, man. The Dark Truth, Good Jay Good, Gregory Wyatt, DOG, what's going on, man? Sutton the Third, what's going on? Tony Snowflakes, Big Doss 513 said, what it do for 9, and the rest of the chat, salute. Bilal George, what's going on, man? Yes, sir. Sierra F, Lauren Bevel. Oh, hey, I'm glad that you checked out you were one of the first people to like that video that I did yesterday. I think that was the first like, the one on Steven Espinoza. Thank you very much for your like on that. I appreciated that. Jamal L, what's going on? Corner Girl 66, what's good? RC, B&B Boxing. Yes, sir. Jay Good in the building. Much love in the super chat. Much love in the super chat. Donnell Cato, what's going on, man? Roderick Thomas, what's happening? Said building stronger men. I saw the subject you were covering on Patreon. I am super interested. Much respect for tackling that, my brother. Yeah, man. And it's I got basically that particular one. I've talked about it on other videos. That particular one is, just to let you know, was an excerpt that from Neely Fuller Jr. that, man, just nails that shit. Boom, boom, boom on the head, man. On the head, man. I saw this. Okay, that's what's up. What up, fellas? What it do? What's going on? Donnell Cato, Roger Thomas, Lynn Mad. What's good? Deuce Dix. Keep doing your thing. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. Charles D. What's good? Said Gregor Life, smash the like button and make the algorithms happy. Yes, sir. Hey, the best way to make that algorithm is the click-through rate. Hey, you see a video, click on it. If you ain't got time, just click on that mug. The click-through rate is a killer. What's going on? Can the bad guy? Millennial Aftermath, what's good? Darnell Kirkland, what's good? Snacks B, Stanley Bailey, what's going on, man? Iman Leopold, what's going on? All right, man. So let's get this going. We got about 100 people in here. 88 people in the house. We got the 47 likes. What's going on, Christopher Hayden? Let's check this. All right, so let's cut to the chase. All right. Eddie Hearns, dog. What's going on, Sean Snowden? Eddie Hearns, man. Did you guys read that Twitter exchange? Shout out to 78 Source T for giving me that Twitter exchange, man. I swear to God, man, I really now know why so many AJ fans or Eddie Hearn fans, I'm gonna call them Eddie Hearn fans, are so confused. Look, man, you guys cannot listen to him when it comes to that stuff, man. Okay, you just can't do it. If you take this is for Eddie Hearn fans, I'm gonna tell you something you're not gonna like, dude. But it's the truth. You cannot take what he says and go run with it. You just can't, because you absolutely, completely wind up looking like an idiot. What's going on, Jose de Jesus, my man? Thank you. Much love in the super chat. I appreciate that. Gregory Wyatt said 18 days until the beatdown in D-Town. What's good, man? Oh, dog, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see that interview that was on Fox Sports. After I get off this, I'm definitely checking that out. Salute Ron Finkel. Yeah, what receipts? Look here, man. I looked up. Now, see, I got to first things first, man. Eddie's smarter than an actual lawyer. Don't think so. First of all, Eddie ain't even went to college, man. Eddie, I mean, I'm not laughing because a lot of really bright guys who do their things and never went to college, right? Like Don King never went to college, right? Don King's one of the smartest cats around. So I'm not saying Eddie ain't smart because he didn't go to college. He just didn't go to college. Let alone, I mean, like Frank Warren, at least I didn't see where because I don't know how it works in the UK, right? I don't know how it works in the UK. And I do believe that their primary education is better than our education. But I was like, what does this dude have his degree in? And it just says it's high school. It says it's boarding school. So I'm like, okay, it's a boarding school. Steven Espinoza he's from, what is it? DeSoto, not DeSoto, Texas. He's from Texas, went to college at Stanford, went to college, then after went to law school in UCLA. He actually represented, or he was probably one of the lawyers representing Mike Tyson, right? So this guy knows what a contract is. And Eddie Hearn was so, is it an offer? He said, yeah, the contract was sent. He said, you lies, bold-faced lies. Man, I'm not going to ever explain it again, because if you guys don't understand by now, I'm not, you don't want to understand. Okay. You just don't want to understand. There is no length that you have to have a contract. You said, you talking about that 1 page, 3 paragraph thing? Yeah. I'm talking about that 3 paragraph thing. How many do you have to have? What is the legal requirement on the length of a contract? Oh, that's not an enforceable contract because it's not 10 pages. We need at least 6 more pages out of you. Man, you can write a 5 paragraph paid contract easy. And in the contract, you can have addendums to it. But anyway, dude, I don't want to get into that. Just look. Do not take what Eddie Hearn says and run with it, okay? But when he came out with like you told Showtime, like you told HBO and Klitschko that there was no deal in place between Anthony Joshua and Showtime when there were still 3 fights left on the deal. And let's see something. How many more fights? I didn't even think about this, but I'm going to look it up. How many fights did Anthony Joshua fight with Showtime after that? Just to see, I'm going to double check. This is a random double checker. Random double check on what Steven Espinoza said. So Anthony Joshua, you know how we do BoxRec. This is what you use BoxRec for. Okay? This is what you use BoxRec for. All right, so we'll see if this is right. Which ones were on Showtime? There were 3. Now, he said, like you told AJ, like you told Klitschko and HBO, that that they didn't have a deal, even though there are 3 fights left on the deal, right? Now, let's see. One would be Klitschko, right? Because he told it before Klitschko. So that's 1 fight. Was Klitschko aired on Showtime? Yes. Was Carlos Takam showed on Showtime? Yes. Was Joseph Parker shown on Showtime? Let's just make sure we go to the event and we can see where it was shown. It says, yes, television, USA, Showtime. That was another deal. What Alexander Povetkin was his last fight. Was that shown on Showtime? No, it was shown on DAZN. So if you just double check what Steven Espinosa said, does it make sense? Yes, it does. Because Klitschko's fight was aired on Showtime with HBO. Showtime got the preliminary fight, got the actual live fight, and HBO got the replay, right? So that's one. Then two, the next fight, Carlos Takam was on Showtime. Three, the next fight with Joseph Parker was on Showtime. And after that, he went to DAZN. Makes sense. It makes sense. But then I'm looking at what Eddie Hearn is saying, and Eddie Hearn is playing a bunch of word games. The part that I really loved about it, because it's like, seriously, man, it's like rubbing your head sometimes talking to people that think that they know what they're talking about, but they don't know what they're talking about. So he'll say, what is a contract? Dude, you realize how many different titles you can have on a contract? All right, leasing agreement, that's a contract, right? Licensing agreement, right? For music, that's a contract, right? Property deal, right? Say like an equipment rental, that's a contract. Telecommunications, whatever, that's a contract. Non-disclosure agreement, that's a contract. Non-circumvention is another type of contract. There's all kind of different ones. So he's like, what do you want to call this contract, Eddie? You want to call it a deal? Like you want to call it a offer sheet? Do you want to call it a subcontracting agreement? I mean, what do you want to call it? There's all kind of, he's like, well, you didn't send a contract. Show me the contract. Eddie, man, you got the contract. What do you want me to call it? That's what he did. What do you want me to call it? Okay, I won't call this offer sheet a contract, okay? Something that we sent and intended to be bound and held responsible to. Which means if we ever get into this, unless you have some subsequent agreement where you say a clause in there that says entire agreement and nothing else applies, that particular agreement is part of that particular term sheet, can become part of the contract, right? But anyway, listening to a guy talk about that, I'm like, dude, this dude's just, he's word playing about whether it was an offer or it was a contract. Come on, man. Who would even want to deal with you? I had a bet with a guy. It's a good friend of mine too, but he really pissed me off with this some years ago. Okay. The Chicago Bears were playing the New Orleans Saints were doing really well in 1 year, right? Like won 6-7 straight games, right? And I bet him, I was like, man, look, the Saints ain't about to win nothing. He said, man, we're about to do it. I said, look, man, I bet you $50 they don't make it out of the first round of the playoffs. Right? I bet you $50 they don't make it out of the first round of the playoffs. Then when they went on a losing streak, they didn't make the playoffs. I said, where's my money? He said, oh, no, I don't have to pay you the money. They didn't get to the first round of the playoffs, so they couldn't make it out of the first round of the playoffs. I was like, look, man, did they get out of the first round of the playoffs? Did they make it into the second round of the playoffs? No. So if I would have said they won't make it into the second round of the playoffs, what would his argument have been then? Well, he didn't make it into the playoffs, so they couldn't make it. Fuck out of here. You know you lost the bet, dog. So the next time I want to make a bet with him, I was like, let's put this in writing. You're going to be cute. Well, okay. I thought I could shake your hand. I thought we could agree. Thought we had some, you're my boy. He's still my boy to this day. But every time I talk about that, dog, he's bought me, dude's bought me dinners worth $50. So the debt has been paid. But he couldn't do it just for the sake of not losing face for his glorious Saints, But that's the type of deal that's the type of thing Eddie Hearn does. What's in a contract? It's not a contract. Show me the contract. Dude, why do I have to show you the contract? You got it. You know you got it. You fronting for everybody out here. You lying, dude. Just like you lied before. Eddie is a king. No, Eddie is if he's a lion ass king, cool. Don King ruined boxing. Dog, get out of here, man. Whatever. You say what you want to say. Fannon, they trapped in their lies now. Absolutely. This is what I'll tell you, though. This is where the danger is. And I'm glad you brought up Don King. The biggest problem that Don King has, and the reason that Don King is not doing as well in boxing as he did previously, is his reputation is crap. It's the assaults on his reputation. None of the fighters trust him. None of the fighters trust Don King. If somebody was to ask you, would you trust Don King? You would more than likely say, no, I'm not going to trust Don King. Why wouldn't I trust Don King? Because I've read a contract and he paid Mike Tyson in stock instead of cash. Instead of money, it was a percentage of the stock, a number of stocks in a what do you call it? In a casino. That means that price can vary. Why would I want that? I want to know how much money you're going to pay me. And although Don King, on the other hand, got paid advanced money to him. So Don King got money. Mike Tyson got stocks. It was a very long, complicated agreement. One where I was like, I got too much shit. I don't got a lot of shit today. I really can't go through this line by line, because with an agreement like that, it's going to take you a week to go through that. And I mean, for real, it's going to take a week to go through that. You got to read that section by section. You got to read, when you read something, you got to go back up to another section. Personally, if I had to read that, I would need 2 or 3 other guys to go through it with me. Look, you take this section, you take this section, you take this section, and we'll go through it, and then boom, we'll summarize it. Risk, loss. It was very, very complicated. Something there's no way that Mike Tyson was going to be able to go through, right? And and Mike Tyson can be a real bright guy, but he doesn't have the skill set to go through that, right? That's why Don King has a terrible reputation and why people don't deal with Don King or don't want to deal with Don King. What do you think this is going to do to Eddie Hearn's reputation with people that have to deal with him? Steven Espinosa is saying, look, ESPN, why would you ever now? Could you see why ESPN might not want Anthony Joshua on their network? Because just take things aside. You got somebody who's in corporate, what they call it, corporate, ESPN corporate, and somebody in their legal department, and you have to come into an agreement with them. They're going to say, I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to deal with him because he's going to, first of all, it's going to be a bad faith negotiation. Second of all, he's going to use me. He's going to be looking for every type of out he can possibly have. I'm going to have to double check and make sure that everything is really crisp and clean and we have all of our protections in place. We're not going to be able to do this like, a quick agreement, right? Where you have to go through and make sure that every word is defined. I mean, you have no idea how much of a headache is to deal with somebody like that, right? Like if somebody cheated me, see an incident that the guy cheated me, right? He said, look, man, no, I don't have to pay you because they didn't make it out of the first round of the playoffs. Now, if I deal with him, I've got to not only I don't even need to have the agreement. I got to have a definition section. I've got to define the word. I got to be like, what by out of, I mean, not going beyond regular season. In the case, what happens in the case that he doesn't make the playoffs? This is defined as not participating in the second round of the NFL playoffs. That's my definition. Okay? You got to put that in there. Why would I have to go? You don't want to deal with somebody that is going to do that to you, right? I had another deal that I was working on with somebody, and we talked about just quick deal, right? Somebody doing a recruiting deal for somebody. And you say the start date. If you don't define what the start date of a consultant is, and it winds up being is it the start date with you or is it the start date with your customer, right? Or is it the date that you initially sign him? You got to deal with all that. That becomes very complex, not complex, tedious, extremely tedious. That's why good faith negotiations are important. You're dealing with somebody, you want to deal like you can trust with somebody. If there is a dispute that comes up, that you're going to be able to resolve that dispute. You don't want underhanded shit. Like, that's what cats do. Even Dan Goosen, that was some underhanded shit that he slipped in there on Andre Ward and those guys, saying that the arbitrator for their dispute is going to be the California State Athletic Commission, who is in his pocket. And they can wind up playing tricky games with you. It can be, you can easily make a 15-page long agreement. And that's why a lot of times people do that. You see, the agreement has to be super long, and maybe that's what Eddie Hearn wants it super long for. Because he knows himself. Mailman Mike, how can anyone want to do business with Eddie when he's constantly contradicting himself, lie after lie? No way I can feel that comfortable. Exactly, man. Much love in Super Chat. And you shouldn't. Yeah, Randall Reed said Don King made the fights. He didn't pay the money. But see, that's the thing. Again, that's the problem with Don King is the reputation. The more people dealt with him, the less people wanted to deal with him, right? The more people dealt with you, the less they want to deal with you. Eventually, they're going to look for somebody else. And if you keep running the same game over and over again, people catch on to it. I mean, Eddie Hearn's only 39. He got there quick. So now people are like, how did he get there that quick? Besides his dad giving him, him taking over an established business, which already had some already had a leg in the game, already had established credentials, right? That he get in with that. Now you're dealing with somebody, but now you're on the world stage. Barry Hearn wasn't on the world stage. Barry Hearn was in the UK, starting off in snooker halls, and he's an accountant clerk, right? And they say he's an accountant. I don't really know if he's an accountant. He's a clerk, right? So he knows money. He knows the basics of it probably. He knows profit, loss, net rep, and that's how he knows how to make. He's good with numbers. He's good with money. I don't mean he ain't a crook. That don't mean he's a CPA. But hey, man, the more you deal with cats, the more you get exposed, man. And the more people know what you're doing. Similar to boxers, same way. Like Lomachenko, the more Lomachenko fights, the more people are going to know what he does. And when people know what he does, they know what to expect. And since they know what to expect, they have a better shot at knowing how to deal with it. That's just how it goes, man. That's why I talked yesterday about velocity of a career versus longevity. Now, Eddie Hearn in the United States had velocity. He was coming up quick. He showed up in the United States. He got a deal with Showtime for Anthony Joshua, right? A network deal for Anthony Joshua in the United States. What did he do with that network deal that he had in the United States? He turned on him. The first network deal that Eddie Hearn had in the United States that I know of is definitely the big one with Anthony Joshua, right? He got that network deal with Anthony Joshua Showtime. And what did he do? He started marketing his way out of it 3 fights beforehand. What Steven Espinosa is probably feeling is like, I wish I never would have signed you. Like, I bet you Steven Espinosa feels like, man, if I had never worked with you, if I had never given you that deal, then you would have had to deal with HBO, and maybe HBO would have. Now, HBO, what was HBO going to do for you? HBO is out there pushing Eastern Europeans. They're not pushing you. But you use that to get into the marketplace, and then you turn on HBO. Right? I mean, you turn on Showtime. HBO wasn't there for you because HBO was on the way out of the business. So now you flip over with DAZN and you lying about the whole thing. That's the frustration that I hear from Steven Espinosa. And it's justified from what I can see. And Eddie Hearn is just making jokes. What about Wilder? If I was Eddie Hearn, if I was Steven Espinosa or in Steven Espinosa's place, I'd say, man, look, okay, how many fighters do we have? How many fighters do you have? Okay, all right, say we lose, say Deontay Wilder goes to ESPN. Okay, so they've now got 4 fighters. How many fighters does Showtime have with the PBC? We have access to a bunch of fighters for Showtime. Yeah, we might not have the absolute best fight that we want to get, which is that heavyweight thing that Espinoza was probably trying to work towards, because he has Deontay Wilder. He has, at certain point in time, Steven Espinoza had all 3 of them. Eddie Hearn tricked off, and so did Frank Warren. That's a bad look on dealing with cats from the UK. I'm just telling you. And that's no shot on the UK overall, but dude, y'all shit looks shady as fuck. You look shady. Real shady. Eddie Hearn looks shady. Frank Warren looks shady. Look like somebody that if you start negotiations with these guys over there, then you cannot expect them you can't expect them cats to be straight shooters with you. You can be in a negotiation. Frank Warren's in a negotiation with Showtime and a negotiation with ESPN at the same time. Holds up what these guys are trying to do and flips over to ESPN because I believe because Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. And Frank Warren doesn't want him to fight him. More importantly, Frank Warren and Ben Davidson and John Fury don't want him to fight him. Like, no, you can wind up, dog, some real bad shit can happen to you if you get back in that ring. That's what I think. Tyson Fury, I can't speak on. I'm holding out hope for Tyson Fury. But you guys are looking real suspect, man. On your reputations. On your reputations. Like, who's going to want to deal with that type of dude? That's why you bullshitting. That's affecting Bob Arum too. Bob Arum is all these guys at the PBC are resistant to signing with Bob Arum because they're like, dude, we know what Bob Arum's about. He did it to De La Hoya. He did it to Mayweather. He did it to Pacquiao. He about to do it to you, and he's about to do it to the next guy. And when he's gone, Todd DeBuff is probably going to do it to him, do it to them, and that's how Todd DeBuff learned. You guys have, you're crapping on your reputation. You're crapping on your reputation. You know, because people are going to have to deal with you. One thing you can say Al Heyman has. Al Heyman does not have a bad reputation with fighters. He's been going for years now, and you can't find boxers saying anything bad about him. Right? With the most, you hear Vanis Martin-Rosen like, oh my God. Al, I'm going to just lay out here right here. I'm Vanis Martin-Rosen. You remember me, Al? I really made a huge mistake by leaving you and complaining. I was frustrated. I was mad. I am so sorry. Please take me back, Al. Please take me back. Al Heyman doesn't have a bad reputation with people. That's why people want to deal with him. Because in fighters, he has a good reputation with fighters. Now, what the fighters do are on what the fighters do. And some of these fights don't happen that I want to see. But God dog, have you ever heard of Al Heyman just jumping in the middle of a fight? Bob Arum just ripped up fights. I don't even know what happened with Demetrius Andrade yet. I saw Black Fight Fan TV's community tab. By the way, subscribe to Black Fight Fan TV if you're not. And True Boxing Talk. I just saw from his community tab that, Bob Arum steps in the way of Billy Joe Saunders versus Demetrius Andrade. Eddie, I'm going to tell you, man, Bob's out to get you, homie. Bob's out to get you, Holmes. Bob out to get you, dog. Bob out to get you. In the very well spoken. Oh, Beverly, what's going on? Beverly Rose said, very well spoken. I also think Fury was reluctant to fight the champ again. I'm glad you said it. Hey, I'm so happy to have you back, man. Let me know when you go back on your live streams again. Yeah, great live streams. Love the live streams. Ball, is it Cat? Let me help you with something, man. Everybody in boxing is going to be irrelevant soon. Okay? Every boxer in boxing is going to be irrelevant soon. That's how it works. He's been relevant. He's an 8-time defending. This will be his 9th heavyweight title defense. He's been relevant for a very long time, dog. Okay? He's had 40, this will be his 42nd fight. 9th title defense of a major championship belt. Dog, at a certain point in time, Deontay Wilder is going to retire, and then he will enter into the annals of the great heavyweights of his era for sure. Okay? All time, we'll see where he sits with that, but within his own era, clearly he is. All right? And that's Anthony Joshua's going to be irrelevant too at some point in time as well. Okay? That's just how it goes. Okay? Floyd Mayweather Jr. is still relevant, but he's heading towards irrelevancy. It's just a matter of time. Okay? Muhammad Ali, greatest heavyweight, greatest fight, one of the greatest fighters ever, is irrelevant in the heavyweight division. Okay? Mike Tyson is irrelevant in the heavyweight division. All right? Alexander Povetkin, Vladimir Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko, they're irrelevant in the heavyweight division. Lennox Lewis is irrelevant in the heavyweight division. Evander Holyfield is irrelevant in the heavyweight division. That's how it works. Eventually, Anthony Joshua will be irrelevant in the heavyweight division. That's how it goes. There's life cycles, man. And Deontay Wilder's already done it. Okay, he's already done it. All right, he's got 39 knockouts. Okay, he's got 39 knockouts. He's made millions of dollars. He's one of the longer reigning heavyweights in heavyweight history. This is one of the longest reigns in heavyweight history. I do believe this reign is longer than Joe Frazier's. I'm pretty sure it's longer than George Foreman's. I'm thinking it was longer than Floyd Patterson's. It's longer than a lot of them. Longer than a lot of them. More title defenses than a lot of them. Okay? He's already there, dude. What we're seeing now is what you call an embarrassment. What you see now is an embarrassment to boxing. That this man who's 40-0 with 39 knockouts, 1 draw, has everybody running from him. Because he's too big a risk. That's what Tyson Fury's doing. He's running from him. He can hide. He's hiding behind an ESPN contract saying, yeah, come over here. Why don't you come past, you leave your network and come to me? Because I'm the man. I'm the man. You got to come to me. I'm nobody's challenger. Motherfucker, you are a challenger. Tyson Fury, you're a challenger. Suck it up and accept it. Okay? That might be why you have problems with, substance abuse. Because you want to be in denial. And have now people blowing smoke up you. Maybe, people's admiration is your new, right? That's leading you to believe somehow that you have a belt. You do not have a belt. You don't have one. You did not beat Deontay Wilder. You got put flat on your back. And anytime I want to, I can put a picture on YouTube with Bill Davidson like this. And you like this. Okay? I can do it at any point in time. I can put them pictures together like that. Okay? You're living in denial. That's the shame in the heavyweight division that's going on right now. This cat is Sonny Liston with a belt. This cat is Sonny Liston with a belt. But he's a champion. And you guys coming up with every excuse under the sun not to fight him and why he shouldn't get his credit. And why he didn't fight nobody. Who did Sonny Liston fight before he knocked Floyd Patterson's head into a circle? He was avoided. And Deontay Wilder, you think people, and I said this yesterday, you guys think that Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker was running to fight Deontay Wilder? He was offered that unification fight. He didn't take the unification fight because when his mandatory pulled out, shout out to Best Fight, the Best Boxing, when his mandatory pulled out and Joseph Parker, he didn't say he went and fought what is other dude's name? He fought somebody else instead of going to get the WBC belt because he didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. He wanted to stay in place so he can fight Anthony Joshua in Wembley or wherever that fight was so that he could get a bunch of money instead of going over to the United States and fighting Deontay Wilder for less money and getting put to sleep. That's why he did it. But you blame Deontay Wilder for a decision Joseph Parker made. You think Vladimir Klitschko with his shaky chin was in any type of hurry to get in there with Deontay Wilder, who can hurt you? Yeah, I would just be ashamed of yourselves with this nonsense, man. You should be ashamed of yourselves with this nonsense. That's not real stuff, dog. Fannon, the interview you was looking for is on demand. Just type PBC F2F. Oh, okay, cool. It's on demand on Fox. That's what I'm looking for. What's going on, big time? Listen, beat Big Cat Williams twice. Yeah, okay. Now ask these dummies who Big Cat Williams is. Ask them. Ask who Big Cat Williams is. Hey, UK fans, who's Big Cat Williams? Right? Deontay Wilder beat Luis Ortiz. They say, like, who's Big Cat Williams? Now, I know who Big Cat Williams is. Big Cat Williams is the dude that Muhammad Ali ripped his damn near his head off. Yeah. Much later after that. But I'm not trying to exactly, dog, big dog. They don't know. Ask them who that bum? Who's that bum? Who's that bum? You know what I'm saying? Who's that bum? What's that bum do? That bum ain't ever. Who's that bum? That's all they're gonna say about it. Dude, respect the dude. That's all I'm saying. Respect the dude. He's already made it. He's not on his way up. He's not a prospect. He's been a champion since 2000 and is it 2015? He's been a champion since 2015. Deontay Wilder has been holding his belt since before Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko. He's been a champion this whole time. He's been a champion this whole time. I do believe he was champion when Vladimir Klitschko fought Brian Jennings. That's how long he's been a champion. 2015. This is 2019. If he goes to 2020, that's a 5-year reign. Dang. How long has the dude got to reign before you give him his credit? 4 years? He's been a champion, heavyweight champion for 4 years. How many people in the welterweight division have been a champion for 4 years? Nobody. How long has Alexander Usyk been a champion? Not that long. Come on, man. Is there a champion in boxing that's been reigning longer than Deontay Wilder? Maybe in the little weight classes. It's not at 130. It's not at 130. It's not at 135. It's not at 140. It's not at 147. It's not at 154. It's not at 160. It's not at 168. It's not at 175. It's not at cruiserweight. None of these guys have been reigning as long as Deontay Wilder has. It's not at heavyweight either. He's a longer reigning champion than Anthony Joshua is. He's a longer reigning champion than Tyson Fury was. Because Tyson Fury was a heavyweight champion with a real belt for one fight. He never defended it. Never. He won it and never fought after that. Sound familiar? He got a draw, and now he don't want to go back. What's good, man? Salute Eric Jensen. Gary Russell, thank you. Adonis Stevenson's not a champ anymore. Adonis Stevenson got knocked out. So he's not a champion anymore. Gary Russell Jr. is a champion, but hold on. I'll check when Gary Russell Jr. got that belt. He got that in but if it's Gary Russell, then it's Gary Russell. But Gary Russell is a 126, so that would make sense that it's not other people that I named. But Gary Russell Jr., yeah, he's been, yeah. Okay. However, no, I don't know. Was that March of 2015? He won the WBC belt in March of 2015. He's fought 4 times. He's defended his belt 4 times. March, so it's a little bit before Wilder. That's probably a little bit before Wilder, because I think Wilder might have won in December of 2000. But let me check it out. Let's see when he got it against the Hearn. I think that was 2015 though, but they're close. They're close in the length of time of their reigns. Their reigns. Hear that? The reigns. No, He beat Bermain Stavern 2 months before that. He's been reigning longer than Gary Russell Jr. because he won it in he won the WBC title January 1st of 2017. Okay, so it's 16, 17, 18, 19. He's now been a champion for it was January. He's reigned longer than Gary Russell Jr. I don't somebody else, it's not Gary Russell Jr. and it's not Adonis Stevenson because Adonis Stevenson is not the he's not the champ anymore. He lost to Wojcik, and I hope he's doing, and I really do hope he's doing well. But nah, it's not Gary Russell. Yeah, no worries. But that's what I'm telling you. That's how long the dude's been a champion. Since January of 2015. This is February of 2000. This is end of February 2019. Okay? This cat is walking up. If he makes it through this year with these cats ducking, right, it's be a 5-year title reign. He's already got a 4-year title reign. Midlothian? Okay. I'll look up Midlothian. That could be the case. The Wolf. Let's see. How long has the Wolf been champion? The Wolf. 33 years old. Yeah, he's got a long. Oh, that's a cat that's 51-0. Yeah. Minimum weight. He's been a minimum weight champ since for 2 months longer. That's crazy, dog. Midlothian is a champion 2 months longer than Deontay Wilder. He won his in November of 2016. 2 months later, 8 weeks later, Deontay Wilder won his. So Midlothian is a little bit. Hold on. Hold on, no. Yeah, WBC minimum weight title. He fought some unsanctioned fights too. But he's had, yeah, here you go. Randy Ridley, who cares? I care. I care. Yeah, Joe Louis is the longest reigning heavyweight champion, 11 years in 6 months. Yeah, it's a long ass time, dog. What I'm saying, though, Deontay Wilder's already done his thing. He's already done it. That's a Hall of Fame fighter, friend. Hate to break it to you. That's a Hall of Fame fighter. Sorry. And he has, if he wins his next, he's got the same number of title defenses as Gennady Golovkin, who somehow people want to lie and say he had 22. That's what getting done. That's what doing wrong gets you. Lying on Gennady Golovkin like that. Amazing how much hate Deontay Wilder gets. Yeah, because they don't want to see that fight. But yeah, no one's going to touch Lewis. Nah, I don't think so. So Wilder is the king of boxing as far as I'm concerned. Dog, he is. I agree with that. He's the longest reigning heavyweight champion. He's the first or second longest reigning champion in boxing. I mean, God, dog, what you want to do? What do you want from the dude? These guys won't fight him. They set up all kind of crap not to fight him. Let me check these super chats, man. I hope Big Baby beat AJ. Look, man, I ain't gonna. Well, look, I don't want to steal money out of Deontay Wilder's pocket, dog. I don't want to. Oh, because Ortiz is behind them. Oh, they don't want that Ortiz either, dude. Yeah, exactly. He's the second longest reigning champion in boxing after some atomic weight Japanese WBC champion. Yeah, I think he's tied. I think Midlothian's tied. But yeah, he's tied. But yeah, it's the minimum weights, man. That shit don't count. I'm sorry. Dog, come on, man. Dude weighs 102 pounds, man. And there ain't but 15 fighters in the division. Okay? There's like 15 fighters in the whole division. Everybody, if you start fighting at minimum weight, you're going to be in the top 100. You're going to be the top 50 ranked cats in the world. Because there ain't about 62 of them in the world. There's not a lot of those guys, man. Anyway, let me see. 100. Oh, it's 100. Oh, the 102 pound cats, man. Yeah, I mean, whatever, man. Might as well say Wilder's the longest reigning champion in boxing. I mean, he's got 2 months on him. He's got the 2 months on him, okay? He's got 2 months on him. But he got away with something that you would never get away with in the heavyweights. You can't have unsanctioned fights. He had a couple unsanctioned fights that are on his box rec record, like where the title's not on the line, but he kept the title. It's like some shit from the 1920s or something. Exactly. He's not taking that division seriously. I mean, but he is what he is. Got to give him credit. I wouldn't even give these titles credit. Okay, but he does hold the WBC belt. He's the WBC world minimum weight title, 5'2". And by the way, guess how many fights? Hold on, wow. You know how many fights it took him to win the belt? Oh, come on, this is crazy. He won the belt, not speaking badly of him, he won the belt in his third fight. Against a guy. Oh, no, that's the youth. That's the youth. Okay, I messed up. That's the youth. Interim. Yeah, everything he's done as a youth championship. Every fight this cat has had has been for a title. Oh, it was actually probably. No, that's the international, the world. Yeah, the world came in 2014. Yeah. It's just not a lot of guys there. And honestly, I couldn't care less. But still, he is what he is. So got to get a cat credit for what he is. Beverly Rose, salute. What's going on, man? Let's get Fannon just hurt a lot of feelings by saying Wilder has had a long reign as a champion. Yeah, I mean, but you know, they're just all bums. They're just all bums. Although they're not in the top 10. They're all in the top 10, dog, of the WBC. That's what they're supposed to be. Okay. All right. He's a longer reigning champion than anybody that Anthony Joshua's fought. At least Tyson Fury did get a longer reigning champion in Vladimir Klitschko, who was in his 69th fight and was cooked. Okay? Who was cooked. And was double cooked by the time AJ got to him. Fannon, what weight is minimum weight? I don't know, 102, some shit like that. Just over 100 pounds. Let me look it up. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I don't remember these weights between them because there's so few. I think it's like 102, something like that. Minimum weight limit boxing. God, dog. Oh, that's minimum wage. No, dog. I need a minimum weight. It's 105. Yeah, a little bigger than that. See, it goes 105, 108, 112, 115, 118. So there's 13 pounds between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weight classes in 13 pounds, which is why I honestly don't even care, dude. When somebody says they're a 5-division champion and they start down at 105 pounds, of course. I mean, shit, you only had to move up 5 pounds. You could have started fighting when you're 16. You're still in puberty. When you're in puberty, you can gain 5 pounds in a month. You know what I'm saying? It should be like you're going through a growth spurt, dog. That shit ain't a weight. That ain't a weight division. That shit is that's a growth spurt, dog. But you know, cats like it. That's what they like it. But that's just not what them. Too many titles, bogus trinkets. Yeah, man. But it's a game. When you're heavyweight, dog, there's more weight. Seriously, how many? There's like 60 pounds. So between 105 and 165, right? 105 and 165. How many weight classes are there? Between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, dude. There's 105, 108, 112, 115, 118, 122, 122, 126, 130, 135, 140, 147 is 11, 154, 160. That is 13 weight classes in between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. 15 weight classes in between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Between 190, 200, 209, and 270. Fuck out of here. And if Deontay Wilder comes in there weighing, if he comes in there weighing 220, shit, he gonna hurt that boy. It is what it is, though, dog. It is what it is, man. Fannon, I have a quote from WBC rules and regulations so much lately. I save them on my cell phone for easiest access. Yeah, dude, read the rules. You'll kill half these dudes. Just read the rule book. Read the rule book. If you're going to talk about who you think can win fights and who you think is going to win, then you can talk about styles and talk about that. But if you start talking about sanctioning bodies and who ducked who and all that, dude, you got to read the rule book. If you've not read the rule book, you can't speak with any authority. The rule book is there to read. I've read the WBC rule book because I wanted to talk because people saying things about Deontay Wilder. And knowing the WBC rule book, I pretty much understand the framework of the rest of them. Now, if I want to go through them, I'll go through them and I'll read all 4 rule books. And if I read all 4 rule books, you have to shut up when you talk to me. Because none of y'all have done that. And it's not worth my time to do it. For real. I'll go through the rule book just on, I'm not going to, I don't want to memorize a rule book. Especially when I know the first part of it is, they can do whatever they want. But y'all can't do whatever y'all want with it. Mike Tyson is now an embarrassment. The people's champ is Wilder. Yeah, I mean, he's Mike Tyson. We already knew Mike Tyson was kind of crazy. Get their big bum exposed by Wilder, and now they want to chance the junkie against AJ. Oh, damn. Dog, that's some UK fans, man. Them cats is just wild, dog. Y'all got to suck it up, dude, taking out. Buster Douglas would have been able to hold the belt as long as Wilder. Buster Douglas would never have been able to hold the belt as long as Wilder. The top competition chasing him down like food. Yeah, I'm not sure where that's coming from. Buster Douglas wouldn't have been able to hold on to that championship because Buster Douglas wasn't that good. Buster Douglas will lose somebody else. There's about 4 dudes that ain't gonna worry about Buster Douglas. They're gonna say you going just talk salute for 9. They're gonna, dude, they don't know. Because they can't handle it. They can't handle it, dog. Oh, but let's change subject, man. Fannon, do you feel like Danny Garcia has lost interest in boxing? I don't know. I mean, he got that money. He might have. They need to shut up and listen right now, Fannon. You know way more than a lot of these guys in here. That's why you have the page. I mean, there's a lot of people with pages that don't know jack shit. On the real. I mean, I don't think it's that I know a bunch. I will go read. A lot of this stuff, you just go look it up. You know what I mean? It's like I was listening to Best Fight the Best yesterday. I pretty much listen to all the streams, but I was listening to him yesterday. And I was like, I just listened to it because he's got the chronology down. He's got the chronology down. He went and he looked it up. Okay, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is a news article from this time, that time, this time, that time. Okay, there you go. They start with the end of it and move forward. But, dog, let me ask you a question, though. This is what is going to big plans, little drive. YH. I'm not 18 years old, dude. You're going to have to spell out a word. I don't know what YH means. Okay? I'm going to get to that super chat in 1 second. Talk bull most of the time. Dog, look, we're famous. Okay? Just to let you know, we're officially famous. We have arrived. And you don't like it. I got that, but we have arrived. We've got LDBC. We got LDBC hate channels. For real. We got cats who literally have LDBC in their channel name. We have cats that get videos from UK dudes for the hell just because they are doing videos about members of the LDBC. When you have that, dog, you have arrived. We have arrived. Y'all cats are, you can say what you want. You're a member of the LDBC. You spread our name more than anybody else. I don't even see cats in the LDBC putting too many LDBCs in their videos. That shit doesn't happen all the time. Cats are members of the community. We go to Congregated Trail Boxing Talk. Check out Blue Bloods videos. You check out World Breaker Fighting's videos. You check out Reef the Watcher's video, Blood Boxing's videos. You know what I mean? Check out Scrapbook Boxing, cats like that. And we check out each other's videos. We talk to one another. We do all that good old stuff. But now we've got guys that are providing content for us, talking bad about us. Dude, I'm watching this dude's channel. I'm like, dude, your subscriber base is going up with LDBC in the tagline. We've made it. So I think maybe sometime, hey, maybe I'll just throw LDBC in the tagline when I want some cheap views. You know what I mean? Get some of y'all out here to watch me. You watching me now. You adding to my watch time now as we speak. Fannon. We can expose Fannon. Look at Fannon's face. Look at Fannon's bald head. Look at the title of Fannon's video. Fannon. LDBC. Fannon. LDBC. Blue Blood. Fannon. LDBC. 78. LDBC. I'm the LDBC destroyer. I'm the LDBC manipulator. I'm the LDBC. I'm the LDBC assassin. That's what I am. I specialize on LDBC videos. We got a whole subsection of they should give that shit in the YouTube descriptions right underneath sports and entertainment, politics. It should be LDBC hate, and just tag your video that way so everybody can go to you. It's that bad. It's that much like it. Cali Enigma says Anthony Joshua fans hate Wilder because they're afraid he's going to destroy Anthony Joshua. AJ still ducking and lying. Ask Ortiz and Wilder. Yeah, absolutely. You know what it is. You know what it is, dog. But see, you're going to come out and make a video about me. Dude, I'm so popular amongst the LDBC hating community that I literally have people that show my live streams on their channel. Like, dude, it's like I was a press conference or something. It was like they were attending a press conference. Fannon's on. What's he saying? Shit's a joke. Get something to do with yourselves. Now, AJ fans, what about Fury being bigger than Fury being bigger than Anthony Joshua in the UK? How are you going to deal with that, dude? How are you going to deal with that? That's what he's running with, by the way. Because, you know, ESPN is in the UK. There's ESPN UK. And they're going to want to increase their market in the UK. ESPN UK, right? That channel they got over there, ESPN UK. The one that you were saying was not the Tyson Fury fight, right? I think they're associated with BT. Pretty sure. Regardless, what you going to do now that he's bigger in the United States? He's bigger in the UK than Anthony Joshua is. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? How are you gonna explain that? Shout out to Coach Sheldon Harrison. Is it true that people came? AJ was doing a press conference and people were saying Fury. What you gonna do now? You're gonna keep that tone until Fury signs with what? Hearn, and then Fury. Half of y'all are Hearn trolls. What you gonna do? What you going to do about that? What you going to say? Free promotions, no, they know not what they do for 9. You're winning, dog. It's love, man. I love it. And here's the thing, dog. I just changed subjects on them. If I want to shut their pipeline off, I'll just change subjects. Oh, that's enough for you. I won't make an AJ video. I'll go talk about Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia coming up on March 16th. That's what I'll do. Let Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence Jr. on March 16th. Let's chop it up. Somebody got to tell me what happened in this interview, man. I really hate that I couldn't see it before this thing came up. But if what they described it is true, Errol ain't playing, dog. Errol said, who don't hit you? What you gonna do if you can't hit me? Who doesn't hit you? Who don't hit you? Dog, you ain't Mayweather. You ain't slipping and sliding. You get hit, dog. You get hit. Orlando Salido hit you. He's like, oh, you talking about you knock me out. You watch those videos? Yeah, dog, I watch everything. I heard everything you said. Yeah, I'm not overlooking you. I'm not overlooking you, little man. I'm about to bop you up, boy. I'm loving it. I can't wait to see it. Now I'm paraphrasing some shit I ain't never heard. But I'm loving it, dog. Jamari Morrison, what's all good? I'm late, but I'm here, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. Coming to the channel. Yeah, look, man, we got 250 people. Please hit the like button, man. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. It would be awesome if you could hit the like button, man. Alrighty. Let me see something. Yeah. All right. Speaking real quickly, what's going on? Wow, Arrow been the truth and telling the truth. I can't wait to see it, dude. Who is speaking very quickly? Which got very nervous. Oh, Mikey looks shook, bro. Very nervous, speaking real quickly. You know what? Mikey could be talking real quickly, though. Because he was like, oh, shit, you heard me say that? Yeah, man. I got a phone. Yeah, I got a phone. Shit. You don't think people paying attention? Yeah, I know who you are, man. I'm watching you. The thing that got me was when Errol Spence said this. Now, look, I'm telling you, I'm favoring Errol Spence in this fight, but you get in the boxing ring, whatever happens in the boxing ring, right? Leading into it, though, I got to say this. When Errol Spence said, I don't have to study film on him, I've watched all his fights. I watch all his fights. I don't just watch boxing. I love boxing. I'm a fan of boxing. I saw your Orlando Salido fight. I saw your Roman Martinez fight. I've seen him. Dude, the fact that he's talking about Orlando Salido, that's crazy. Errol Spence Jr. is talking about a fight Mikey Garcia had with Orlando Salido. Orlando Salido is a little itty-bitty dude. A little itty-bitty dude who I do believe broke Mikey Garcia's nose. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, Mikey Garcia gets hit every fight, dog. It's not like he ain't Terrence Crawford, dog. He's not Terrence Crawford. He's not going to fight you and just get, whoa, I'm going to spin this round making sure you don't hit me. Like, what you going to do if you can't hit me? I'm sorry. Are you Sweet Pea or something? Is this Pernell Whitaker? You think you Pernell Whitaker or something? Dog, Mikey ain't Pernell Whitaker, dog. Mikey ain't. What do you say? He's smelling his own piss? That's a shit. That's a dog. That's a dog. I was like, why is Black Fight Fan TV all talking about smelling your own piss? That's what dogs do. I was walking my dog, and he sniffed by a tree. I was like, damn, that's the same dog. That's the same tree you just pissed on. You sniffing your own piss. Oh, okay. You marking your territory. You feeling like the big man. Finally got that reference. Mikey isn't athletic enough. Nah, man. Oh, Jay Good said, you watch those videos, Permanent Residence, and Mikey said, yeah, dog, I watch your videos. I heard what you say. Fuck, I'm my own promoter. I'm my promoter. You don't think my promoter watches my fights? Watches my opponent's fights? It don't take that long. It's on Ellie Seth back, dog. I'm a subscriber. This shit's funny. I can't wait to see it, dog. Can't wait to Mike Weary said Mike a dead man walking. Hey, man. Hey, you know when the trainer say Big Zeus, yeah, Junior the Truth. You know when the trainer starts advising the other trainer that I know they're going to be smart. They're going to know when to throw in the towel. Okay? If this beating starts going that way, hey, Robert, throw in the towel. Okay? Live to fight tomorrow. All right? Live to fight tomorrow. Because you might not see them very ugly body shots. Dog, I was watching this cat's fight. It took me a while to see it because, you know, shit, like I said, I tell anybody straight out, dog, I am not the proficionado of the finer points of boxing technique. I'm not. All right? I'm not going to tell you, you know, I'm not going to talk foot positioning with you. Like, even when Max Kellerman talks that crap. Max, what are you talking about? The left foot being outside foot outside of that foot? Like you fucking know. I can repeat that 100 fucking times. That does not make me Eddie Futch, okay? Stay in your lane, okay? Stay in your lane. I try to stay in my lane. However, every once in a while I see something that makes me jump out of my lane and say, I'm not looking at just the liver shots from Spence. I'm looking at the shit in here, in the chest area, like the center of the chest area. On those inside shots, dog, that dude dug an uppercut to a short uppercut to the diaphragm. I was like, ooh, that remind me of Joe Gans, dog. If you go back and look at those old tapes of Joe Gans, right, where he's fighting in this basically it's like it looks like it's a 5x, it looks like it's maybe a 10x10 5x5 ring in the middle of a bar, like really small, right, with no ropes, but he's fighting. It's a fight. And he's digging this dude's jabbing. He hits this dude with shots to the heart, like up in here. I was like, ooh. Joe Gans is that old school inside, hurt you on the inside type stuff. Not the every once in a while, just go to the body, go to the ribs, or go there. When he's talking about the body, he's talking about this. This part of the body, not the lower back, like the lower outside back. That to me seems like when most people are talking about going to the body, they're talking about going to the ribs, going here or going up here, or maybe having to swing back behind them a little bit, right, to the kidneys, hitting them in the kidneys, hitting them in the liver, hitting them. This dude is hitting you with uppercuts to the center of your chest. Man, that shit can stop your heart for a second. It can make you hit the dude hard enough right there. That'll make your shit go, you know what I mean? And you keep hitting them there, like cats will be thinking, okay, the more, exciting punches are out here, the long jabs, the straight rights. But I watched this cat fight Chris Algieri, and I was like, no, man, he's hurting Chris Algieri with that shit that's up in here. The stuff that was like, he's on the inside and the cameras really can't see it. Like, you can't get a real, it's not something that Jim Lampley is going to jump up and down about. Ooh, did you see that? Do you see that inside uppercut to his diaphragm? Dude, that must have held up his breath for a second. You know how you get a hiccup? You know what I mean? Because it's your diaphragm flexing. It's like, damn, that dude, he made him hiccup. Did he make that dude hiccup? Like, did he make his heart stop for that quick? Like, did he disrupt this dude's heartbeat? That's some vicious shit. I'm telling you. And I read a book on it. I read the excerpts of a book, dude, from this guy that wrote it. Like, it was about inside fighting, the lost art of inside fighting, but it was from the 1930s, or excuse me, probably earlier than that, like the 1920s, something like that. But then it was about the lost art of the inside fighting. And he would talk about, like, when you see guys clutch and they're just tapping you right on the inside, like they hold, and they just, them little taps you don't think mean anything, them little shots here. This dude was like, that shit will make you bleed on the inside. Like, that shit will destroy you. That inside, that grappling, hitting you, that James Toney used to do that shit, that bow, 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 right up underneath there. That's not something Max Kellerman is going to give you like, a lot of love for. Similar to the way that Andre Ward carried his career on. People were constantly, people talk about, not, like Andre Ward like he was some super slick fighter. Dude, he would tear your chest up, tear your body up, like really focused on this part, and it wore cats down. And the longer they went, man, the more trouble they were in. And that's against bigger guys. Now, what you gonna do if you in there doing that shit to a smaller guy? If you got somebody like even Big Baby, if Big Baby was able to stay inside on Anthony Joshua and hit him with that type of stuff, dog, that shit could be real ugly, dude. And it might not even be ugly for you just that day. It could be ugly for you for weeks and months after that. That's dangerous stuff, man. That's real dangerous stuff. Oh, man, Judah the Truth. Let me get to the super chats, man, because I'm sorry, man. I was actually looking at the chat as I try to look at the camera. But let me get to these super chats real quick. Excuse me. Yeah. So, man, it's just real. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be real interesting. And having a little dude like that taking body shots, a little dude eating body shots. Like even when you like people talk about what's his name? Duran. Duran was the littler guy that threw body shots. He was the guy that was roughing, and he was the guy that was roughing up and liked to fight on the inside against Sugar Ray Leonard in that first fight. That's not the case. That's not the case here. I'm sorry, man. It's taking me a second. To pull this up, man. YouTube be going kind of slow sometimes. All right. Let me see. And Arrows, oh, there you go, man. Junior the Truth says, shit done, got real. Man down. Yes, sir. Mike Weary said, Mikey going to lose 3 to 5 fights off his career. Very well. Could happen, dog. Mike Weary, Mikey is a dead man walking. Yeah, man. Much love in the super chat. Just subscribe to Junior the Truth. Just subscribe to Junior the Truth, man. I heard what you say about they stealing your style, Junior the Truth. I saw that. And sometimes, cats, man, hey, dog, imitation is not always flattery, okay? Imitation ain't always flattery. I felt you on that. I don't know who you're talking about, but I felt you on that, Junior the Truth. I really did. All righty. Let me see. Ward is a master of adaptation. He showed that in the Super 6. Yeah, he can do all of that stuff, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, Junior, the truth. I feel you, man. Imitation is not necessarily because it makes you have to adapt. Again, like you guys got to keep switching shit up. Like, okay, fuck, how can I You put a lot of work in to try to differentiate yourself, Junior, the truth. I'll take time out of the chat to tell you that. You spend a lot of time to differentiate yourself. And when you put that work in to differentiate yourself, you know, soon cats are going to come up and they're like, oh, that works for him. So I'll do that too. And then you're going to have to differentiate yourself again. But the thing about you is that you're creative and you'll keep doing it. And then people will keep following you and they'll keep, you know, changing your shit up, you know. But it is what it is, man. You know, you just got to keep innovating. You got to stay consistent. And when it's needed to innovate, you know, find your formula, be a real dude and your shit's going to work. Your shit's going to pop off. For now, I try to be original. Yeah, it's all right. You know, you can only be so original. Be yourself. That's my take on it. Look, I did the same thing. I mean, here's the thing. I know what I am. I am me. You can't get any more original than being yourself. You cannot copy. Nobody can copy you. That's what you have. It's not the technology, right? In my opinion, it's not the technology. It's not the fancy gadgets. It's none of that stuff. It's whether or not you are you. You're being you. I can't be blue blood. I'm not going to try to be blue blood. If I try to be blue blood, I will never be as good as blue blood is at being blue blood. It doesn't work. You know, I can't be 78. If I try, the harder I try to be 78, I will always be a second tier 78. If you try to be Fannon, you're going to be a second-rate Fannon. I guarantee you, because that's me. You know, it's me. I'm not pretending. This is who I am. If you try to pretend to be me, then you're always going to be second tier because you'll never be me. That's the only thing that we have. World Breaker Fighting is World Breaker Fighting. Reef the Watcher, I cannot be Reef the Watcher. Reef the Watcher is Reef the Watcher. Okay? I can't be him. I can't be Dante's Boxing Nation. I can't be Boxing Ego. I can't be the Boxing Voice. You can't be the Boxing Voice. You can't be Ness. You can't be him. That's him. There's one of him. Figure out who you are and find people that want to talk to you. Okay? There's plenty of people that really like 78 that are not subscribed to me because they like what he brings. They might not like what I bring enough to listen to me every day, enough to come to my live stream. Same thing for you LDBC cats. You know, you LDBC members who are in the hater crew. You know what I mean? Whose job it is to make us bigger, you know, by embarrassing yourself. You guys, you will never, if all you do is make your name off of the LDBC and insulting people, you're always feeding off of them. And you will always be relying upon them for content. And when they don't give you the type of content that you want, then you don't have anything to do. If the boxers stopped fighting, I couldn't do videos about boxing because the boxers aren't there to fight. The boxers aren't there. How can I make a video about boxing without the boxers? I can't do it. It's impossible. I would be told, well, boxing was this sport that used to be around. Well, I'm not interested in that shit because what I have to. There is no boxing without boxers. It's just what it is. There is no channel of yours, or even whatever you do without you. So you are the only you. God has never made anybody like you, ever in the history of people, right? In the history of people, there's never been a you besides you. So take advantage of that and let other people take advantage of that for them. Don't get mad at people because get mad, like for you haters, right? For you cats. You get mad. It seems like you get mad because there's people that like me, that agree with me, or even if they disagree, are engaged enough by me to continue to have conversations with me, right? Go find somebody that's engaged in you. But if you find people that really are listening to you because they like me, they find my opinion interesting, they disagree with it, they want to talk bad about me, but they know who I am. And they listen to me regularly. They know what my opinions are. They just don't like my opinions. You're still relying on my personality for your stuff. If you never mentioned me, if you never mentioned 78, you will be able to find a group of people that like you. Do that. And you'll be better off in the long run. In the short term, you might take a dip because you're trying to find out who those people are. But they're out there. And they're out there for everybody. That's my belief. Sports Guy 17 said, truth, brother, speak that knowledge. Much love, man. Appreciate you. Well, I have 37 personalities, so I keep it 370. 3,700, dog. Yeah, do keep it 3,700. I'm just say be yourself, man. I just wanted to say that to Junior the truth. Because, dog, can't nobody be you, dude. Trust me. They can't be you. How are they going to logically be angry at the entire LDBC if you all are as if you were all hive-minded? Most of them just want attention, dog. They want somebody to tune into them. They see the analytics. They say, oh, I finally got 100. Damn, I got 100 views on a video. I've had a channel for 5 years. I've never got 100 views on a video. Well, let me do it again. Oh, I got 15. You can imagine sitting behind, because we've all gotten subscribers, right? We've all gotten subscribers. We all know that feeling when you see your subscriber rate go up. It's a good feeling. Like, oh, because it feels like you're being appreciated. If you sit there, if you're doing videos, that's why I appreciate this cat, KQKC Boxing keeps working, got almost 500 subs now. Grinding. That's a good feeling. He feels much better now about what he's doing in the morning than he did when he had 2 subs. I remember when he had 2, 3 subs because I was one of the 2 or 3 subs, right? But now he's got 500 and you feel better about what you're doing. But regardless, just do you. Stop hating on people. But I do rely upon Mikey Garcia for subject matter, and that dude looked like, man, Mikey, you better be everything you say you are, and then a slice of pie. You better be everything you think you are, and then a slice of pie, dog. Because if you not, I think you done talked your way into a dude wanting to hurt you. And you got a cat looking at you in your chest like, I'm not overlooking you. I'm respecting you. I'm gonna hurt you, dude. Straight up. I'm gonna hurt you. I heard everything you said. How you gonna knock me out? You gonna knock me out? Hey man, come in there to fight like you gonna knock me out. Ain't that what you said? Isn't that what you are supposed to be appreciated for? According to Gennady Golovkin. According to Gennady Golovkin and Abel Sanchez, hey, dude, do like Canelo. Canelo say he gonna walk Gennady Golovkin down, and he walked in there and walked Gennady Golovkin down. Mikey, go in there and walk Errol Spence Jr. down. Go walk him down. Walk straight to him. Exchange them blows with him. Go at him. You know what I mean? Go at him like the great Mexican champ you are. Step right in his chest and bang with him. May the last man stand and win. That's what I want to see out of you, Mikey. That's the pride I want to see out of Mikey. When you can say you got cojones, let me call you out, Mikey. When they say you got cojones, how you pronounce it? When they say you got big courage, nah, don't just have courage. Don't just have courage asking for the fight. Have courage in the fight. Step to that man and beat him up. Don't dance and prance. Don't dance and prance. Step up there and beat him up. That's what you need to do, Mikey, to get the respect. Get in there, get your respect. Get your pound of flesh. If you ain't going to step to him and fight him, hey, man, don't try to slick your way to it. Don't try to be cute. You ain't Floyd, right? Jump in there and do your thing, dog. Jaime Munguia. Get like Jaime Munguia on him. Make this fight look like Jaime Munguia versus Saddam Ali. That's what you do, Mikey. You got onto the Hall of Fame if you make that fight look like that. You go in there, you're Jaime Munguia, Errol Spence is Saddam Ali, and you beat the tar out that boy. Beat the tar out of him, dog. I'm serious, man. He will become my favorite fighter ever if he does that. Don't run, dog. Don't run. Don't run. Walk right into his chest, stick your head in his chest, and bang that dude back. Bang him. Bop. Knock him back. He gonna respect your power. Make him respect your power. Mikey gotta make you gotta make him respect your power, Mikey. You gotta step in there in the first round and you gotta go toe to toe. Mano y mano y mano y mano. Ain't that what Backfight Fan TV said? Mano y mano y mano. Man on man. Come on, man. Step up there. Boom, 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 boom. Get him. You can do it, Mikey. What does Mikey? And I ain't hating. I'm telling you, that's what you want, isn't? See, don't be like one of these slick black fighters, man, and go out there and not have an honorable fight. Okay, you trying to take this man's bet. You're trying to bring pride to your Mexican fan base. Step up there and fight this cat like you Roberto Duran is Panama, but like you Julio Cesar Chavez, and you're gonna walk into this dude and you just gonna go get him. Go get him, Mikey. That's what I want to see. I want to see him go. I want to see you go get him. What's going on, Sugar? Much love in the super chat. Hey, Bottoms South D-Town said, for now, you trying to get Mikey #man down 10 seconds? No. That's what I think he needs to do to win. That's what I think. That's be the most spectacular thing. I am not even lying, dog. This is for real. This would be the most spectacular fight dang near in welterweight history. If Mikey Garcia can walk to Errol Spence, go straight at him, body shot for shot, go in there, take two to give one, stand right in there, head on his chest, bah, 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 bah. Give us a fight we want to see. It's for legacy. It's for legacy. And I know your legacy, you want that type of legacy. They will love you forever, Mikey, when you see Errol Spence on one knee, drooling, like Luis Ortiz, okay? On one knee, holding his ribs, like, That's what you got to do. That's what Mikey fans, that's what you got to tell Mikey to do. You can't run from him, man. Don't run from some dude from Texas. Don't try to be boxed. Don't try to counterpunch, be slick, do all that stuff. Don't do that. That's not boxing, dog. That's not boxing. That's boring. Be the great champ. Take it right to him. Right? I say the same thing to Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Take it right to Deontay. Take two to give one. Take two to give one against Deontay. Stand right over there, walk right up to him, throw blows, and let it all hang out, dog. Let it all hang out, dog. Cass said that's not going to happen, dog. I mean, why not? I mean, who is For now, you know damn well Garcia don't stand a chance. He does if he does that, dog. He does if he does that. If he just walks straight to him, dude, Mikey is a world-class fighter, dude. He's a champion in 5 different weight. This is fifth weight division. Fifth weight division. Go ahead and lay it on the line. Go for broke. Don't leave anything in the ring, dog. Don't leave anything in the ring. Yeah, I'm trolling a little bit. But still, dog, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, let's be real about this. If you can't outbox him, if you can't outbox him up off of you, then it could be an early career, Holmes. Not just early night. The best thing in that scenario is that it's a short night for Mikey. If it's a long night for Mikey, then we talking about some shit like Muhammad Ali versus Floyd Patterson, where he just punishes him. And once you look like you're about to get knocked out, he just steps back. Oh, I got this round. You not hurt enough? Okay, recover. All right, you ready? You recovered? You catch a couple breaths? Let's go again. When he falls down, grab him, pick him back up. That type of whooping, dog. There you go. Said Spence just did 18 rounds. Hold on. Spence just did 18 rounds. He's going to KO Mikey Brock. Me, dog. I'm half playing around here, dog. I'm half playing around. For now, you're going to have me sending you his medical bills. Nah, man, for now, Mikey going to fake an injury, dog. If he does, dog, he ain't going to do that. He ain't going to do that. That's too much money to do that. But, dog, this ain't Adrian Bronner, homie. Adrian Bronner against Errol Spence Jr. is a bloody massacre. Okay? There's no way that Adrian Bronner is going 12 rounds with Errol Spence. It's never going to happen. Robert Easter, no chance of 12 rounds with Robert Easter and Errol Spence Jr. Sergey Lipinets, there's no chance at 12 rounds. No chance at 12 rounds. Quite honestly, Keith Thurman and Errol Spence Jr., there's not a big chance at 12 rounds. There's maybe 10, maybe 9 or 10, but not 12. Fanon just told Mikey to walk into the lion's mouth. He should do that. That would surprise everybody, dog. It would surprise Errol. That's a change in tactic. He wouldn't expect you to walk right to him and go at him like that, dude. He wouldn't expect it. That's what Errol, and by the way, that's what Robert Garcia said. He said a guy like that, you got to back him up. He's got to back him up. That's what Robert Garcia said. Robert Garcia said that. Hey, you got to back him up. If you're going to back him up, then back him up. You know what I mean? For now, I'm going to pay Mikey hospital. Hell no, I ain't paying Mikey Garcia's hospital bill. Mike Garcia getting millions. He getting millions. He okay? Don't worry, dog. The hospital bills ain't going to be that bad if it gets like that, because Robert Garcia going to stop the fight. Robert Garcia is going to be he's going to throw the towel in, okay? And you will be able to call Errol Spence. What is it? How can I can't? How do you change Nomas Chenko into Nomas Spence? Okay, where's the Nomas coming from? Because he's the old-fashioned Nomas, right? Where the trainer says Nomas. No mas. We done. No more. No more. We're done. And come on, but when he holds you by the face, you know what I mean? He looks at you in the face. He holds you like, no, son, no. And Mike would be like, no. Sit down. I know you hate me. Stop. That type of shit. But I don't know. It'll probably be a good fight, man. I'm just kind of playing around today. But he's willing to take a punch to give. But is he willing to take a punch to give a punch? Dog, what happens? See, here's the problem when they take a punch, give a punch. What if you in there and you can't give a punch? And you standing there willing to take one? That's what happened to Jurov. That happened to Jurov and Tony. Tony wanted to play, Vasily Jurov wanted to play take a punch, give a punch with James Toney. But here's the problem. You can't give one. All you doing is taking them, and he's standing right there. Same thing with Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez didn't play take a punch, give a punch with Gennady Golovkin. He just stood in his chest. He just stood right there. And when he got hit with a big one, he's like, I ain't got to move not to get hit again. Try that. Try that. Try that. Try that. Dude, can Mikey do that? Canelo did it. Canelo stand right in front of you and against a big guy with big shots and make you miss and give him one. Do that. Right? Roberto Duran did that too. Duran ain't just eating punches for no reason. You don't have to say that. Just say hands down, man down. Yeah. People expect one thing and might get another. This is boxing. Anything can happen. Yeah, of course. I don't know what's going to happen. Something's going to happen, though. I'm just kind of playing around, dog. I'm having fun with it. You know, Mikey's a very, very good fighter, man. Mikey's going to have to outbox him. And he's going to have to be, and maybe he can do it. You know, I'm kind of just playing around right now about all this. You know, I'm just kind of playing around. But trust me, if he did that, it would be a short night. That's kind of what I'm joking around about. If he walks to him and he wants to trade with Errol Spence, it'll be a bad fight for him. Very bad fight for him. And that's not the type of guy that, I mean, who fights guys like that? I don't know too many guys that really are going to fight guys like that. That's a bad idea, Mikey. No, don't do it. No, he's not. Don Banks, Roach said a sparring match with Bronner and Spence said when Spence hit Bronner, he didn't know where he was, and if it was a real fight, it would have been stopped. Much love in the super chat. He said he hit him and he didn't know where he was. That, by the way, is with headgear and 16-ounce gloves. That's headgear and 16-ounce gloves, dog. And by the way, Errol Spence has fought a lot of guys that are bigger than him. For what you're talking about. Look at the frames on a lot of these guys that he's fought. Like Chris Van Hearden, even Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri in that ring looked every bit as big. I think he's a little taller than Errol Spence. I mean, these guys ain't suckers, but you know, he'll probably catch Errol with something once. Jose don't quit roll off the tongue. Doesn't quit roll off the tongue. Yeah, man, Mikey is looking for 2 big money matches, then out. Yeah, and he deserves it. He's had a long career, man. It's almost his 40th fight. Yeah, Kell Brook was bigger than him too. And them guys not taking them shots, dog. Guys are not taking them shots. And Kell Brook was fighting at 2 weight classes up the fight before. And he's always been a big 147-pounder. Yeah, Kell Brook's a big dude, man. Showtime is on right now. All right, what's going on in Showtime? I'll jump off. What's going on with Showtime? There's a Showtime live stream on or something? Oh, you talking about the Hamer Shields press conference? Okay. All right, man. I mean, that's cool. Hey, y'all, go check that out. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, let me respect the lady. Fannon, do you think Bowie Crawford and Mikey after Errol? What you think? Bowie Crawford and Mikey after Errol, they've been jabbing. Mikey don't want that at all. I'm trying to tell you, man, Mikey don't want that at all. But go check out the press conference. I'll get out a little early, let you know. Appreciate y'all with y'all support. Hold on, yeah, I'm in an hour and a half anyway, so that's what's up. Much love to everybody in chat. Check out KQKC. Check out the other LDBC channels afterwards, and I'm gonna go check out this press conference. Peace.